Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That's me, the babbler. That is me on this revolutionary rise of an uprise at this time. And so, welcome to a late evening with me. You see, I was not going to press record. I've actually been here sitting for a little while, hitting record in my mind. I truly was already, it's very late on my side, although these messages are timeless. I was not planning to record, so, and then I felt drawn to my Karma Oracle cards again, right? And I was like, okay, and this is for me, I'm sharing with you, so that you can see what's happening too. And so I'm like, alright, what line of advice do you have for me in this now time for me? And then knowing that these karma cards work, you know, like they deliver a message of like profound insight, and then also I think it's the orange side that offers the action that you should take in regards to whatever is resonating with you. And so I'm like, and you know, for me, this is, you know, me sharing with you, and now recording too. I was just like, what course of action do you advise? Like, you know, for me at this time. And for a while, I was already ignoring the spirited call of record. I was like, listen, I've recorded enough these last couple of days. So, no, one break. So I was here, I'm like, nothing, and I'm just like, you know, well, if you record something, you'll get something for everyone. So, here I am, being intimate with you all. May you receive in this message everything that you need to receive for your divine alchemy of masterful alignment, in sync and in full lotus bloom for you, in truth, justice, strength, happiness, health, wealth, stealth, kindness, whatever, you know. May you receive exactly what you need. You know what I mean? So let's see, what advice do these oracle cards have for each of us, wherever we are, whenever we are tuning in, my friends. Right? Great. So, yeah. Take a look at those, because remember I gotta pull 3. So, planets, signs, and houses. What message? My cats are going nuts. What message is for each of us right now? It's going to deliver us some wisdom profound and leave us feeling clearer in our senses. I'm going to take this one. In Aries. Didn't that come out? Didn't Aries come out? Okay. I don't remember. Here we go. Houses. Oop. And the 9th house. And planets. I'm gonna read them. See what happens here. Because I keep getting page messages of a message coming through in different elements too. Passionate, emotional, easy breezy, grounding. It's all about our alchemy and our balance at this time, being quite frank and honest with ourselves. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. The South Node, okay? See, I tell you that I use these cards or whatever, you know, and I like to like really like vibe, you know? So I never like the start of any sentence that tells me not something. So like there will not be. So this is the South Node in Aries in the 9th house. So I want to see where this goes because already I'm the human side of me is like there will not be. What you mean there will not be? Well, let me see what you're talking about, Spirit. In Aries in the 9th house. So the South Node in Aries in the 9th house. So isn't the South Node, alright, so I'm already receiving a little bit of clarity. Like if we were to understand it astrologically as light of how I'm just gonna superficially lick the surface to explain, right? The South Node, like if you want to view it as something, is what we come into this earth, in this realm, having already the energetic experience, whether that is believed, perceived to be from our past lives, like our last life, like if you wanted to say it like just astrologically, like our last life was our South Node. And in this life, our North Node is the polar opposite of that South Node, right? Because it's the thing that we need to learn or aspire to, or the thing that, you know, that is the very thing that we're evolving for, like, you know, in our lessons some more, to complete the whole, like, you know, structure or something. Like, that's the simplistic that can make it. I know. Just, you know, so South Node, North Node. So right away, the South Node there will not be. Duh. It's in the past. So, okay, I'm letting go of the, you know, just limited view. Like, it could get a little bit irritable too, but no, we're not going to do this because that's feisty Aries coming out. So South Node in Aries in the 9th house. So there will not be energies to meet the challenge of spiritual values with the South Node. Okay. So this is like South Node kind of advice. Maybe people, maybe you're too, you know, you or someone you know is having a little difficulties with the seeds that they sow because they came in this earth already with their node from the South Node pole, right? That came in influencing every type of thing for us, and then never mind the conditioning and the upbringing and all the other kind of influences that influence our shrine of how we mode our operations in this vessel that is I, right? Right, okay. So here we are, right? Battling it out. South Node, North Node. What's it gonna be about? But here we come, so set in our ways, South Node way, right? That now the lessons that we have here today, North Node reign, is in conflict with the polar opposite clearly, because your South Node, North Node is polar opposite one another. So it's the other side of this wonder wheel that we must feel, heal, and deal, and grow, and evolve, and get into this whole holistic blend. But apparatus is that we so stubborn, you see, and so fixated on the things that we know already to be our South Node, you see, and having a little bit of complications in releasing that stream of behavioral patterning that has come from before that is saying, yeah, no more. It's time to you to go to your node and start implementing the alchemy of the lessons you have definitely been learning. But now it's about applying it and putting it into applications. So if you're expecting, it's like that saying, Einstein, right? Insanity is the definition of doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, and then feeling all butthurt and why, going down that line. Energy is so in Aries too, and so Aries is the first or last, depending on how you want to, or Boristat in your lands. Oh, that sounds. And spiritual values. So whatever your South Node, North Node is in, like I can only go through mine, and I felt a little like exposed right there at this time. I'm like, am I gonna share my North Nodes? Well, am I? Well, who knows? So whatever, like right. Right. So South Node. So if you're acting in your South Node, which is your past way, for what it is that you're looking for today that aligns with you best, you're not going to meet with those energies of these challenges using the same levels of operation and knowledge-based system and behavioral patterns of conditions and just ways of doing things to achieve the results of the new that you know you want. Okay. Don't tell nobody. It's confidentiality. I learned that in school. And I also learned that in elementary school. So, okay. So, with the South Node in mind, right? And so, the South Node, too, anxiety about. So, you're in this past land, right? In this homeland. Dreaming and building of a new land. Futuristic, man, And you're stuck on a tablet that don't match the establishment that's by now. And so, here's your message. You're doing something that doesn't fit the something that you desire at this moment in time. And it can be so minimal. But still, we live symbolic. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we're going through this together, okay? So, ooh, yeah. And even just correlation to mine, and it's not about letting go of what is you, accept every part of you that is you. Love yourself whole. Even if some part of you from before is not who you are now, it still was a part of you once upon a time too, and that is the development of you, and to shun that part of yourself, because you don't want to now is to not accept yourself still. You know what I mean? And that's not how we do our alchemy. And balance, you see. It's about the infusion of things. The infusion of things. And so, if you do know your south node, north node, right? Like, let's say your south node, past life, is in Capricorn, and your north node, new life, North Star, is in Cancer, because Capricorn and Cancer are polar opposite one another, right? So you come in with Capricornian behavior in this life, right? And then meanwhile, the lesson, the journey for you in this realm is to now balance the success or like that you know how to achieve or that you can accomplish. That's not the issue here. And also have, like, let's say, and I'm just giving an example. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what that aspect is. I'm just trying to give a visual of how it could be applied if when you discover what your north node, south node is, and stuff like that. So it's like aspiring to have the attributes of that North Star sign that exists with you somewhere dormant inside, that you're activating live to infuse with all of you, so that the two, union, okay, unification, south node, north node, east, west, unification, not separation, unification between the two, harmonious too, in the development of you that gets to now embody the whole that may be in the south, in the past. You learn through that experience that there was still something missing or not fulfilling. And so now in your North Star, North Node, the polarity of the missing thing you see, because we learn a lot through contrasting things. I see through the achievement, still look at it as achievement. It was something that you wanted. Of course you should feel great about that. It's a beautiful thing. But to beat ourselves up, about the lack there of fulfillment because another element is missing, is to look at it as though your clock stopped ticking. Right? So there will not be energies to meet the challenge of spiritual values if you're still operating out of your South Node aspects. And there will be much anxiety about your desires regarding long-range thinking or travel if you're thinking in a now time through a past time when you got to get hip with the times and operate from this kind of a line and not from the past. And to observe our behaviors and our patterns, so that we can better and much more effectively do what we need to do efficiently. Excuse me. I was not going to record and I was not going to get dressed again. So if you stay rocking it out with the South Node aspects and not infusing it with your North Star, North Node aspects, trouble resulting from the honesty and strength of what is to be shared. Infusion. There's honesty and strength to be shared with the infusion. It's greeting and meeting the part of you that is being activated now. Because it's divine right timing now, So action steps in the South Node. Remember your willpower as if it or they came from God. So yeah, You know, you have every bit of power in you to do what you need to do. It's just, you have to do. And then it's saying, it's asking, it's not a personal attack. Reconsider what you think you know about the philosophies and laws involved. You know? What resonates? And if it's not clear, then it's not clear. So then you make clear by listening in. And honoring your development. And stop comparing and contrasting. And stop attacking. You know? You deserve loving kindness and support. Nobody knows what the fudge they're doing. Except me. I know what I'm doing all the time. Yeah, okay. So, okay, hold on. Let's hurry, because this wasn't supposed to be long. Now is not the time to do it your own way and do it in a big way. So doing it in the South Node way, which is the old way. It's not time to do anything in old school way in terms of anything. You see what I mean? Unconditioning our conditioning, unlearning the unlearning to learn what it is that we need to learn for ourselves. And these bridges that we're creating don't exist. You know what I'm saying? And it takes our unification, this harmony that's being created, this alchemy that is potent as we be growing in our potency and taking charge by allowing things to simply be as we release, accepting things instead of resisting. And then if we don't know, being so patient in that seeding to know that we will receive and know when it comes, which it will. Knock, and the door shall open. Ask, and ye shall receive. Okay? We don't need to be impatient with things. Divine right timing, right? And I used to say divine right timing throwing a pillow at the gods. I'm like, oh my gosh, she said gods. So, yeah. So, now is, if you're still working on the alchemy of the infusion of the north and the south, right? And having them harmoniously team up. It's like the videos that I did on the Piscean and Aquarius unique bonding of team mating that they have to do to infuse their elements together too during this Venetian time of Mercury retrograde, bringing to light what needs to be brought to light. What, Olivia?
Get off here, you.
Oh my God. Okay. So, no edits. This be your life. And that's just how it is. And so, yeah. Just, you know, be mindful about which vehicle you're navigating, through what system, through what construct, through what alchemy. Is it yours? Is it the world's? Is it somebody else's? just remember your willpower as if it or they came from God. Like, yeah. And you think that you can still keep doing the same thing. Now, like, waking up to what's really up, like, for you at this time. You're in for some rude awakenings if you want to continue with that kind of misalignment. Because it is kind of like judgment here time keeps coming up in just so many ways. Because the Emperor. Okay. So it's like, if you don't know which way to move, stay still. And be patient until you know which way to move. Or maybe that's for some who might be impulsive and not think. And, you know, need some kind of like strategy. But then look at so much stillness and look at this activity here. Maybe you've been sitting on this too long and not making any kind of move. No, I'm almost done, so just give me a moment. Yeah, so, yeah, putting to some kind of collaborations that can, wow, that can expand on these lands, the potential he sees and the crafty things that can multiply, because he's been sitting thinking about these times that are entering our lives. Growth and abundance is happening. But the infusion is happening. There's a lot of earth energy here, grounding into, you know, it's like, so like each element is infusing with each of the elements, because they're all the elements having to unite, unify, infuse, alchemize, you know, and that's great. But the dominating element of each of us that is used to one kind of way, or whatever kind of way that it is, has to be patient and truly observant to the multi-dimensional layers of happenings that is happening here. And you can just see it from a very colorful lens of how these things work. You can enter the element that is foreign to you, like love. New love. Overflow it. Give it. Receive it. Because it's time. Alright, anyways, gotta go. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in with me. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and Thank you.